Hello friends, welcome to my channel, myself Parag Jambulkar. In this video, we will talk about naming encapsulation. When we write big program, so in that program we use multiple variables, we use many functions, and also we define many classes. If we are defining or when we are using multiple classes, functions or variables, so there are chances that there will be conflicts in between the names of variables, and because of that we may get errors. So in this situation, how to avoid errors? Again, in different case, we use libraries, and these libraries also will use some variables, and in our program also we'll have some variables. So there are more chances that whatever the variables that we are using from that library and variables that we have defined, because many different programmers are working on that library, the code written in library code written in some other programs that we are using in our file. So programmers who are working for the libraries are different. So we are not knowing what variables they have used. When we are using those libraries, so there are chances that there will be naming conflict. Conflict can be there. So how to avoid such kind of naming conflicts? So for that, in various programming languages, various techniques are provided. For example, in C++ language, one feature or one technique is provided that is called as namespaces. While in Java, another technique is provided that is packages. So we'll see some examples. So see, here in this code, we have defined this val variable. So here also we are defined, here also we have defined, and here also defined. So whenever there is a global variable and local variable, so preference is always given to local variable. Now this is a val variable and we have allocated 200, and this val variable we have allocated 300, but as same name is used there, so definitely when we run that it will take value for this val, but I want to differentiate this val and this val. To differentiate it, I have defined this val variable in this namespace. So whenever, so see here, we'll run this program. So normally when we write this and when we compile this program, so here you can see, here we got output 200. Now see, but I don't want this val variable, I want to access this val variable. So I can take help of this namespace as I mentioned here. So I can write here, and I can use this scope resolution operator. So I will compile this and I will run this. So this time I got 300. So here we have used namespace for the variable. In the same way, we can use namespace for the function name. So here you can see, here we have defined function value, and again we are defining its value function, but working of these two value function are different, but names are same. So I can differentiate them by using namespace. So I have defined this value function in one namespace and this value function in another namespace. And how it is accessed? By the name of the namespace. So see, this is ns1 and this value function, this is ns2 and this value function. And also here we are using this variable x by using this namespace name ns2. So we'll see output of this program. So here you can see this. So here we are getting a result 5, here 200, and here x, that is 100. We can also use namespace for the class. So here you can see in this program two classes are defined. This is one sample class and this is another sample class. Both have the same name. So to differentiate it, we have used this different namespace. So we have mentioned this sample class in this namespace, and this name in this namespace ns1 we have defined another class sample. While while creating variable or object of these classes, we have to use name of the namespace. So see here we will run this program. We have compiled this and now we will run this. So this is from sample class of this is the first sample class. Here you can see display method of first sample class, and this is from the this sample class of another sample class that we have defined in namespace ns1. So in namespace we can have variables, we can have functions, and we can have classes also. So to differentiate among different classes, variables, and functions, we can use this namespace. So that is how namespace is used in C++ language. In the same way, to avoid confusion, to avoid conflicts, we can use packages in Java language. So packages are nothing but the folders, and in that folders we can define our own classes. So to avoid this naming conflicts, we can use packages in Java language. How to create our own packages? For that, I have created one video. That link I will provide in description box. From there you can check it. So this is called as naming encapsulation. So friends, I hope you like this video. If yes, then click on like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.